Ladies and gentlemen, the alleged orchestrator in the murder of Tupac Shakur, Reggie Wright Jr., is now saying that his former boss, Suge Knight, used Tupac as a shield when the bullets were flying from the white Cadillac into the BMW. How would he know? He said he wasn't there. Or was he? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some of this straight game.
Life is like the cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Your boy DELRAY Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, straight game. Do me a favor and click the thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel. And like I always say, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and click on what appears to be that little bell notification right below this video. I'm going to get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Reggie the Rat Wright Jr., the former head of security for Death Row Records, is becoming unhinged. The fact that Suge Knight has been speaking out and basically taking over the stories that he actually lived on Death Row, dealing with Tupac, dealing with various events. The fact that he's spoken out recently, Reggie the Rat Wright Jr., is become, I would say, unhinged. And the reason why is because he can no longer tell Suge Knight stories as if they were his own. But another reason why is because Suge Knight on the Art of Dialogue the other day basically said that the person, the shooter who shot in the car at him and Tupac, worked for Death Row. And I think Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. is feeling some kind of way. As he said in the video, in this video right here, that Suge Knight was playing with his freedom. But more importantly, as you see the title, Reggie Wright, Suge Knight used Tupac, Big Jake, and club promoter as human shields. I want to deal with the Tupac situation for a minute, based on the fact that Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. was just one of the people who Keefe D, his lawyers, and the investigator that they hired, he was just implicated as being the orchestrator, the mastermind in the murder of Tupac Shakur. Now, Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. is saying his former boss, Suge Knight, he believes used Tupac as a shield when the bullets were flying from the Cadillac into the BMW, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to pause and hold that thought for a minute, okay? Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. has been lying so much since the inception of this situation involving Tupac. It is the lies that he has told. Like I said, if you watch the video that I made yesterday, you'll get some of them. But one of the most egregious lies was that he got the information from Suge Knight in the emergency room after the shooting. He said that he went to the emergency room and Suge Knight told him who allegedly did the shooting. Suge Knight just spoke out not too long ago and said that that was a lie. Suge Knight just spoke out just the other day on the Art of Dialogue and said the person he's seen that did the shooting actually worked for Death Row. But what I want you to really pay attention to is this. You're seeing in real time, Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. do what he has done for the past 20 some odd years in reference and in relation to the murder of Tupac Shakur. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. had denied actually being fired by Tupac Shakur, and we put out the facts that Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. was fired on the same day that David Kenner was fired, on August 27th, 1996, approximately 11, 12 days before Tupac was shot. Right? I pointed that out to you also. But right now, as you look at this picture, you are seeing in real time the reason why it is believed that Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. is the orchestrator and mastermind and created the environment for Tupac to be assassinated. And you might say, well, what is that? Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. says he wasn't there. How would he be able to make an accusation that Suge Knight used Tupac as a shield, or even that he believes that from that perspective? It's another lie. You're seeing it being done in real time. And let me show you why it's a lie, right? The only people who would know about Tupac being used as a shield that could tell us anything in regards to that, right, is who? Suge Knight and Keefe D. Did Keefe D ever speak up, or was Keefe D ever asked about Suge Knight using Tupac as a shield? He sure was. Where was he asked that at? On the Art of Dialogue. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something. And Keefe D is actually elaborating. This is why I said, like I said, I think it's going to be hard for Keefe D to beat the charges against him. Keefe D and what is used in this title is accurately what Keefe D says. Tupac tried to jump in the back seat when Orlando Anderson shot up the BMW, and we thought Suge Knight was dead. Now, you have to understand something. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. was the head of security for Death Row. I already told you, and if you look at the link that is in the details below, you'll see the video of how much Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. hated Tupac Shakur because he fired him. The number one reason why he fired Reggie the Rat Wright Jr., Tupac was trying to get his his cassette tapes of the music that he had did the night before. He sent Yasmin Fula, who was the head of his company, Euthanasia, and some other people to the studio to try to retrieve, some of the music that he had done the night before so that he could listen to it. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. security stopped Yasmin them and said that David Kenner wouldn't allow it. Immediately, Tupac fired David Kenner, and he fired Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. as his personal security. Not as security for Death Row. The security for Death Row worked under Suge Knight. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. was fired. Okay? So now, when people ask, well, why would he do anything? The motive is, once again, Tupac was furious. This is not my words. These are the words of Yasmin Fula. I did the video the day before yesterday. You might want to check it out with the actual articles and things of that nature in which Yasmin describes Tupac's feelings about not being able to listen to his own music, right? Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. was responsible for that security, so he was fired. In Las Vegas on September 7th, Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. Sabotaged Tupac's security. Suge Knight told him to send 5 more security guards, and he didn't. Suge Knight recently clarified that by saying, yes, he told Michael Moore. And in fact, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Moore told Reggie that he needed more security. This is on the internet. You understand what I'm saying? You have to understand that what I'm telling you is factual, and Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. knows this. But when you get into this right here, Tupac tried to jump in the back seat when Orlando Anderson shot up the BMW, and Keefe D said that we thought Suge was dead. I want you to understand something. So if Keefe D is saying that because he was in the white Cadillac, right? What is Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. saying? It's a bald-faced lie, ladies and gentlemen. He wasn't there. He said he wasn't there. In the beginning of this video, right, Gullible John even says, when he asks the question, even though you weren't there. So why would Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. even make a video, right? Basically saying that Suge Knight used Tupac as a shield. I told you before, once again, you can look at the video underneath of this video. Just click on the link, and you're going to see how much Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. hated Tupac Shakur in reference to Tupac Shakur firing him. And basically, you're going to hear him say, fuck that nigga. And that's how he felt on September 7th, 1996. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Reggie Wright, Suge Knight used Big Jake and the club promoter as human shields, right? Once again, this is refuted and debunked by what Keefe D said, because Keefe D was there. Keefe D has implicated himself, we all know, in the murder of Tupac Shakur. Good, bad, or indifferent. But this is more of a reason why I think Keefe D has something to be heard in reference to the accusations that him, his attorney, and the private investigator that they hired, that they said that they have people that will come to court and testify that Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. was the orchestrator and the mastermind involved in the murder of Tupac Shakur. Now, by no means am I saying that by that being true or false, but allegedly being true, is Keefe D somehow exonerated or excused from that, because two things can be true at the same time. But as to Tupac being held as a shield by Suge Knight, according to Reggie the Rat Wright Jr., look, we know that that is totally false. Number one, the question you would ask is, well, were you there? Did you see it? And clearly in the beginning of the video, when you hear Gullible John ask him the question, he says clearly, even though you weren't there. And then Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. goes on to elaborate, but look at the title. The title says it all. Reggie Wright, Suge Knight used Tupac, Big Jake, and club promoter as human shields. And Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. was there for none of them. Amazing. So now, when we talk about the beginning of the Tupac situation, right? Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. lied about the Gotham statement. He never revealed the fact that Michael Moore rode with them to the hospital until he needed to use Michael Moore as a alibi to the fact that he went to the hospital. But that wasn't what Suge Knight, what he was alluding to. He was saying that he went to Suge Knight's emergency room, and Suge Knight told him about who allegedly did the shooting. Once again, that was a lie. Suge Knight debunked that. The Nextel radios, when he was clearly saying for the last 20 years that they didn't have a walkie-talkie feature until he confessed to that. That what? Who did he confess to? Where did he confess to it? When he testified in front of the grand jury involving the murder of Tupac Shakur against Keefe D. He now admitted it, right? Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. just confessed that he manipulated Frank Alexander to fabricate a story that Orlando Anderson, in fact, tried to snatch Tupac's chain that night at the MGM Grand. When what? When Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. was not at the MGM Grand. You see what he's doing in this story about Suge Knight using Tupac as a shield? The same thing that he's doing when he manipulated Frank Alexander and tried to get Frank Alexander to fabricate the story that Orlando tried to snatch Tupac's chain. When Frank, in fact, was there, like Suge was, in fact, there, right? But Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. was not there for neither of those incidents. Was he there for the shooting? No. Was he there for the initial fight? No. But once again, Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. tried to commandeer those stories and come up with his own lie as to put himself in the middle of the story and somehow be the orchestrator of the storyline. We understand now what his modus operandi is, ladies and gentlemen. This is serious. This is serious. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. is diabolical. He will work on any side that he can get paid on. Just a few weeks ago, Suge was his homie. And now, you see it. I don't have to tell you. Suge Knight used Tupac as a shield. Reggie wasn't there. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. tried to get Frank Alexander to lie and say Orlando snatched the chain. But Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. wasn't there at the MGM Grand. Right? Keefe D basically said, you know, against his, all in the same against his own will, as what he seen and what he saw Tupac doing as the bullets were flying. Tupac tried to jump in the back seat. One of Orlando Anson shot up the BMW. We thought Suge was dead. So they thought Suge was dead, but Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. has him holding Tupac as a shield when he wasn't there, and Keefe D says that he was. Do you understand? You're seeing it in real time what Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. has been doing. He has been trying to manipulate the whole story, the whole narrative, to get you to think what he wants you to think actually happened when he wasn't even there. But the question is, well, where was he? He said he was at Club 662. And the reason why I believe that is because Michael Moore said that he rode to the hospital with Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. Shortly after the situation. I don't know how long it took, but after that, the situation had happened. But Michael Moore also said that he heard got him. Reggie denied that, lied about that, tried to say, push it back in the club. Michael couldn't have heard that. We was in the club. Michael specifically said that as me and Mr. Wright were about to get in the car, I heard got him over the radio. And then I heard somebody say shortly after that, don't say nothing over the radio. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. lied about that. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. made a video and he said, if anybody can show me where I said that the Nextel radios didn't have a walkie-talkie feature, I'll give him $1,000. When I seen that, I had already made the video. I released the video of him actually saying that. And then I released, not only did I release the video of him saying that, but then I released in that same thing, Michael Moore and me acting like I'm asking him a question. And I said, well, Michael Moore, where were you when you heard the got him statement? And then I played Michael Moore saying, me and Mr. Wright were about to get into the car to go to the hospital outside of Club 662. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. has yet to pay his followers that he promised that anybody, I don't want $1,000 from him. You know what I mean? He can take that up with his followers that he promised to give them, other than when he's begging for money on his birthday, from that perspective. But ladies and gentlemen, I need you to understand what is going on here. You're seeing it in real time. This is why Keefe D may know something that we don't know. Like I said, Suge Knight was asked the other day, and he said on the Art of Dialogue that the person he saw that did the shooting worked for Death Row. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. in this same video, like I said once again, said that Suge Knight, you trying to play with my freedom. And what he means by that, I don't really know, but you have to watch this video so that you can understand, once again, that what he's saying, he did not witness, he was not there, that we know of, but he's lying once again. As Keefe D said, Tupac tried to jump in the back seat. He wasn't used as a shield by Suge Knight, but Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. is saying, yeah, Suge Knight used Tupac as a shield. You contrast that by all the lies that have been told by Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. And I've told you guys before, Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. cannot be believed. Nothing that he says can be believed at this point. As far as most people are concerned, Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. is allegedly the mastermind and the orchestrator in the death of Tupac Shakur, according to Keefe D, the investigators that he's hired, and his defense attorney. So we're going to wait and see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to this. You see it happening in real time, how Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. will come up with a story and try to make it stick. He's trying to use his old police tactics. Believe me, because I was there. Or believe me, because you can trust me. But that's the furthest thing from the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, you see it happening before your eyes. Don't be fooled. Like they say, when they show you the first time, believe them. They don't need to show you 3 or 4 times. Your boy DELRAY, straight gang.